right now.
Tariffs are impacting prices at the San Japan convention that's happening downtown this weekend. So we spoke with vendors who tell us how they're navigating the economy while still trying to keep customers happy. Plus, Via Stone Oak Park and Ride costs $25 million, but ridership still pretty low. A driver wants to know, is it worth it? KSAT Investigates looks into the answer.
And I've been combing through the data this morning. Our flood risk is increasing later on today. I've got the latest coming up in just a bit.
Good morning.
Morning.
It's 6 a.m. on your Saturday. It's August 31st, last day of August, Sarah.
Hard to believe.
Labor Day weekend, and hey, last night, man, I was the part of town that had that little isolated storm cell over us.
It was extremely isolated, but those folks who got a lot of rain, I mean, tell us about it. It was loud.
It shook the house. It woke me up around 10 o'clock. Our street flooded. I mean, but it was a quick localized flood, and then within 30 minutes, it went down.
And I looked at things, and you guys got about 2 inches of rain in a short period of time. Yes, but the thing is, our flood risk is increasing today, Sarah. In fact, a flood watch is issued for all of the counties here in green from noon today through noon Monday. So for the first part of Labor Day. But I do think highest rain chances are actually going to be today. Flooding is possible anywhere within this watch area with pockets of 1 to 3 inches of rain, and there could be a bullseye somewhere in this entire watch area of 4+ inches of rain, which would lead to some flooding issues. Let's go ahead and take a look at authority radar. Things are quiet right now around San Antonio, but you look to the north and you can see there's already some rain ongoing nearer to Waco. This is along that stationary front that is going to allow for us to see additional rain. So when we're talking about rain chances today, really we're looking at after 3 p.m. That's when the highest rain chance will be around for the Hill Country and San Antonio, and that's when flooding will be possible. In fact, I've trimmed rain chances down tomorrow. Really, tonight is the biggest window for the risk for flooding. I'm going to have the latest look at rainfall potential in your neighborhood coming up in just a bit. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. An 18-year-old boy had to be taken to the hospital after a dog attack yesterday afternoon. Francisco Santos says he was heading toward the outdoor basketball courts at Harlandale Park when a pit bull bit him. He says he immediately called for help, but police, animal care services, and an ambulance showed up. Santos was taken to the hospital, but witnesses say the dog's owner walked away from the scene with the dog. Witnesses in the park say the dog seemed aggressive even before the bite.
He was sitting under the table and he almost bit one of my brothers.
He was already there because I didn't think he was gonna do anything. It was like a split second. He was just there and then he bit it. It ran towards me and it bit me in my private part.
KSAT is working to learn more about Animal Care Services investigation into the dog since it has not been picked up yet. If you happen to be in the Harlandale Park area, witnesses say the dog is a black pit bull. And a now former KIPP University Prep High School assistant teacher is facing charges this morning for indecency with a child. It's 27-year-old Priscilla Castro was arrested after a student told police that Castro engaged in inappropriate behavior that made them uncomfortable. According to an arrest affidavit, Castro allegedly tried to continuously call the student through blocked phone numbers, and she even happened to call during the student's interview with police. And KIPP Texas Public Schools gave this statement you can see on your screen there, in part saying, quote, "We terminated the teacher's employment at KIPP Aspire. We will cooperate fully with the police investigation and work with the criminal justice system to seek the greatest consequences possible," end quote. Castro is now charged with indecency with a child sexual contact. Is it living up to its full potential? So a driver reached out to KSAT Investigates to look into Via's Stone Oak Park and Ride. It's been there for years. Our KSAT Investigates Daniela Yabata shows us how low ridership has been.
The newness of this massive parking garage has faded.
Evidently the news.
So has Zachary Morse's hope that it'll one day fill up.
I don't think that it was a very good idea.
Via opened the Park and Ride in Stone Oak 7 years ago. Right now, people can park there for free. and catch a bus.
Nearly every day I would drive past here, and I would regularly, look over to the side and see this very large building behind us, and it appeared mostly empty.
The facility and the land it's built on cost just over $25 million. Bond funds, as well as state and federal grants, help pay for most of the project.
Do you think that this was a good use of money?
In its current state, no.
He wanted to know how many people actually use the garage. It's why he filed his own request to see the numbers.
I was almost hoping in the back of my mind that it would be, relatively used.
Pandemic looks
5 years ago, KSAT Explained showed how ridership looked much different pre-pandemic.
According to VIA, buses carried passengers 275,000 times from that facility from June 2018 to February 2020.
New data shows since 2023, ridership from Stone Oak's facility is over 176,000.
What do you think about all that?
I think we need to do a better job at making sure that the infrastructure that we build is immediately useful. What's the long-term plan?
We took his concerns to VIA's Senior Vice President of Planning and Development, Rod Sanchez.
What would you say to people who are critics of this facility who think that this wasn't a good investment?
Stick around. More use of this facility is coming in the future.
In the next few years, Sanchez says a new route will be added to and from the facility, but it's not clear where that route will go to. There are also plans to make this area a center for its ride-sharing service via Link.
We knew ridership's not there. The pandemic slowed it down even more, but it's coming.
For KSAT Investigates, I'm Daniela Ibarra.
Daniela, thank you. And the FAA has banned cordless curling irons and flat irons that use butane or gas cartridges in checked bags. So because they can cause fires in the cargo hold, spare gas cartridges are also not allowed. You can still bring your tools on your carry-on, but only if they have a safety cover to stop them from turning on accident. And Costco's controversial shopping policy will officially take effect tomorrow. So back in June, the warehouse chain allowed shoppers with executive memberships to enter the store from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. during the week. That meant other customers had to wait until after 10 to shop. The company said the policy was not strictly enforced, but now Costco says its grace period is ending and the policy will take hold on Labor Day. Well, layoffs are hitting the supermarket chain Kroger. It's eliminating nearly 1,000 corporate jobs across the country. It's the third round of reductions in administrative and other non-store jobs this year. The CEO says the cuts will simplify operations, free up money to lower grocery prices and add hours for store employees, and make improvements to the stores. CVS has updated its plan for administering COVID-19 vaccines this fall. It won't provide the shots to residents in 3 states. We're talking about Massachusetts, Nevada, and New Mexico. In 13 others, the chain's pharmacists can administer the shots with the prescriber's authorized prescription, depending on the patient's age. CVS earlier said its decision was based on, quote, current regulatory environment. 608 and 80 degrees, San Japan happening today. But if you're looking to go, you might want to take a little extra cash. How tariffs are impacting prices on some of those popular items. If you're headed down to Canyon Lake this Labor Day weekend, there are some things you need to watch out for. Still ahead, a look at how safe the water actually is. And a hospital known as one of the most haunted places in South Texas has been shut down and closed off to the public, why officials are now calling it a safety hazard. Well, welcome back. Join us for the 12th annual Head for the Cure 5K on September 27th. This is a special event dedicated to raising awareness and funds for brain cancer and research. It's also a race that is near and dear to our hearts as it honors our late news director, Jim Boyle. He died of brain cancer. So this race starts at 8 a.m. right outside our KSAT studios at Providence Catholic School. You can use the code CURE to get $7 off your registration fee.
And again, it is very important for us to pay close attention to the forecast over the next few hours because flooding concerns have been raised. I'll have those details after the break.
Taking a look outside with Trans Guide, 410 at Blanco. Not a lot going on the road there. Also, not a lot of cars at 90 and Loop 1604. It's still early in the morning. Sun's still working on coming out. Not a lot of cars on the roads, but if we see any backups or major incidents to get your morning started, of course, we will let you know about it. We'll be right back. So a hospital known as one of the most haunted places in South Texas has been shut down by city officials. The city of Yorktown is calling its Yorktown Memorial Hospital unsafe for anyone to enter. City officials posted a notice saying the building could collapse or pose other dangers. The owners who bought the site less than 2 months ago to run ghost tours say this shutdown came without warning and has cut off their business and community events. The Crockett and Menger hotels, both iconic San Antonio landmarks overlooking the Alamo, have new owners. The Texas General Land Office announced it purchased both hotels as part of the larger Alamo plan, a multi-million-dollar renovation project for the Alamo and surrounding area. The Texas Land Commissioner says this move will enhance the visitor experience. The San Antonio Business Journal reporting the hotels were last valued at a combined $55 million. The Menger Hotel is haunted.
Well,
it's haunted.
Apparently it is.
That's the lore.
And that is the lore. And they've got really good mango ice cream there.
Yes.
By the way.
Yeah.
It was actually one of the first dates that me and my husband went on. We had the mango ice cream at the
And you were like, I'm scared and cold.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
It worked.
All right, let's go ahead and talk weather. Gosh, you got me blushing this morning, Sarah. All right, today only a small 20% chance in the morning for a few showers. It's not until after 3 p.m. that we really increase our rain chances and the risk for flooding as well. You can see here after 3 p.m. a 50 to 60% chance for some heavy rain that could lead to some flooding in places. Otherwise, the high temperature will be 96 degrees. So there is a flood watch. This just issued by the National Weather Service overnight. The flood watch is in effect from noon today through noon tomorrow. And I think that perfectly encapsulates exactly when our rain chance is. Noon today through the afternoon and evening into tomorrow during the first part of the day tomorrow. So your Labor Day is not going to be a washout. But what you need to know about this flood watch is that there will be pockets of 1 to 3 inches of rain anywhere within this watch area, including San Antonio and the Hill Country, with bullseye of 4+ in a few places. And that would lead to some kind of flooding. So what is the difference between a watch and a warning? A watch means that flooding is possible. The exact location of the flooding is to be determined, and you need to be prepared. So take today to be prepared. What you should do is you should have a way to get warnings, a NOAA weather radio, or better yet, right now, the KSAT Weather Authority app. We will go live right to your phone and keep you posted, just like we have done all summer long. If you get a warning, a flood warning, that means flooding is happening in your location. The exact location is known and you need to take action. Stay off the roads, avoid driving if you can, and if necessary, seek higher ground. It won't always be necessary to seek higher ground, but if necessary, seek higher ground. So just a reminder, if you get a warning, that's when you should take action. What kind of setup do we have today? We have a stationary front draped across the hill country. It's already producing rain up near Waco. And as I walk you through the futurecast, again, the first half of the day today will be quiet. By about 4 or 5 o'clock, we'll start to see some development across the hill country. Those will slowly push south toward the San Antonio metro area through about 10 o'clock tonight. So some heavy rain is possible through about 10 o'clock, even into the early morning hours tomorrow. A few lingering showers as well. Notice that coverage of the showers and storms will be less tomorrow. There will still be a couple of spotty downpours here and there, but I have decreased rain chances on your Labor Day to about 40%. But let's talk about rainfall potential. This is going to be one of those cases where there will be the haves and the have-nots. There will be people that get a lot of rain and those that miss out entirely on the rainfall. Some indications, again, there's those pockets of 4+, the bullseyes of 4+. Don't pay attention to exactly where this is showing the rain, that could be anywhere. That bullseye could be up in the hill country. It could be over downtown San Antonio. But then also, I like how this shows that there are going to also be pockets of no rain whatsoever. So there will be those that get a lot of rain and those that miss out entirely. And for your Labor Day forecast tomorrow, do not cancel your outdoor plans because, again, in the morning there could be some lingering showers and storms, but generally we're going to see rain trend down into the afternoon. Only a 30% chance for a stray afternoon shower tomorrow and a high of only 90 degrees. So a nicer day tomorrow for us. But I do want everybody to be on alert for the potential for flooding today, particularly in the afternoon and evening. That's when we have that flood watch in effect through early tomorrow morning. Temperatures will fall into the low 90s by tomorrow as well. And then looking ahead to next week, we are going to be hotter, high temperatures in the 90s, but we're going to be drier, lower humidity too. We may even have a morning or two in the 60s next week. So looking ahead to the forecast, it does look like rain returns Saturday. So Sarah, I'll be back to talk about how some neighborhoods, including your neighborhood, got some good heavy rain yesterday, and that is a great example of the kind of rain we could see today.
Yeah, no, definitely got that heavy rain last night. Woke me up, didn't wake the baby up.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, but we got, you said about 2 inches of rain?
Yeah, in some places.
It felt like a bucket pouring down. Thank you, Sarah. All right, 622, 80 degrees. The University of Texas at San Antonio has announced a new program for journalism students. Love that. How it's designed to help those interested in media jobs.
Is that the best you can do? I've got to fly back to London. I need you to take care of my cat.
I like cats.
I like dogs.
Austin Butler gets in over his head in Darren Aronofsky's Caught Stealing. The dark comedy finds Butler's character going from cat sitting to evading members of New York's criminal underworld.
I suppose sometimes I do hate you. Sporadic hatred.
It's infused with tarragon and adds a bit of bitterness.
Ivy likes to leave a little bit of herself in everything she does.
Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman's marriage is on the rocks in The Roses. Jay Roach's dark rom-com also stars Kate McKinnon and Allison Janney.
I didn't want any of this. I'm a monster.
You're not a monster.
Peter Dinklage steps into the shoes of the Toxic Avenger. The remake of the 1984 cult classic pits the heroic character against a villain played by Kevin Bacon. Seeking theaters with great air conditioning in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Good morning. It's Sunday at 6:30, August 31st. Happy Labor Day weekend. Hey, Sarah, last night, man, I was woken up by a storm. I live on the northeast side of town, and it like flooded our street and thunder was really loud.
You know, yesterday's rain was very isolated, but it is a great example of the kind of rain we could see today. And today it will not be isolated. There's going to be a lot more folks that see rain. So I wanted to start with a look at the rain that fell yesterday. You can see that a good amount fell across the hill country in areas in Kerr County, out in Kendall County, and in Bandera County. But here is the interesting area that got some rain yesterday. You can see some green colors here on 1604 on the north side and also near Selma, but one bullseye of very heavy rain fell on the northeast side. You can see here's I-35, there's Salado Junction, and these streets are Willowwood Boulevard all the way out toward areas closer to I-10 there. These areas saw, in some cases, up to about 2 inches of rain. That is about 2 inches of rain in those areas there on I-35. And you can see just how isolated that really was, mainly for the downtown area. Rain chances today are going to pick up after 3 p.m., 60% chance, and this is when flooding is possible, when we really need to be on alert after 3 p.m. today. So that's the highest rain chance today and tomorrow for the rest of your Labor Day weekend. Sunday afternoon and evening, about 60% chance. Tomorrow, there will still be some lingering morning storms possible, but the chance is only 40%. So we've actually lowered rain chances on Labor Day itself. How much rain could fall? We'll see pockets of 1 to 3 with a bullseye of 4+. In that area that might get a bullseye of 4+, that's where we really have to be concerned about street flooding flooding and even the potential for rivers and streams to rise. Not like they did on July 4th, but still something that we need to be on the lookout for. This is why there's a flash flood watch in effect. We'll talk more about what that watch means coming up in just a bit. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. Now to your Texas headlines. A toxic gas is blamed for the deaths of 3 people in Trinity County, about 90 miles north of Houston. So those 3 men were found unconscious in a manhole. The men were reportedly working on a lift station when one man went into the manhole to stop sewage from backing into their work area. The sheriff says that man became unconscious. So a second man went down to help him, and then a third. All 3 died. The victim's equipment detected hydrogen sulfide. 2 church leaders were arrested this week during an FBI raid at the Joshua Media Ministries International campus in Houston. So the Justice Department says this is part of a national crackdown on a forced labor scheme linked to money laundering. Prosecutors claim they recruited people to fund their ministry. If found guilty, they could face up to 20 years in prison. And a reminder, tomorrow a long list of new laws are set to take effect in Texas. Some of those include neighborhood associations can no longer fine you for brown grass during drought restrictions. Drivers must now move over more for roadside workers, including animal control and parking enforcement. First responders will get new peer-to-peer mental health support, and foster children will gain access to expanded health care beyond Medicaid. And for shoppers, tampering or stealing gift cards is now a felony, with penalties tied to the number of cards involved. So you can scan that QR code you see on the corner of your screen there, and you can see a list of all 1,100 laws that are going into effect on Monday. Just head to KSAT.com and search for new Texas laws. All right, South Texas's biggest anime and gaming convention, San Japan, is happening this weekend. And with that emphasis on Japanese culture comes tariff prices on Japanese goods. So our Devin Karp spoke to those trying to navigate this global economy while also keeping collectors and fans here at home happy.
It's sick, man. So first off, who are you guys coming in as? Who are you cosplaying?
She is cosplaying as Godzilla, and I am doing Mothra.
I'm cosplaying as Hatsune Miku.
Yeah.
She's a Vocaloid character from Japan.
So I'm Waldo today. Gonna see how many people say who found me.
No doubt about it, there's a lot of creativity coming out of this year's San Japan Anime Convention. What are y'all excited about for going in there with?
Mainly the vendors, meeting some voice actors.
At least coming from a small town, we don't have a lot of like these big exciting stores for like anime and whatnot. So it's nice to be able to be like, I can find stuff that I've been hunting for.
So the way pack battle works is we're going to open the pack, all right? And we're going to see who gets the best hit, okay?
But it also takes creativity from vendors near and far to bring the goods customers demand while paying for rising tariff costs.
Pokemon, it has doubled, tripled, quadrupled in price. For a lot of regular stores, it has been almost a challenge for us.
It makes it really difficult, and right now we're eating most of the tariff costs. Like, we mostly eat a lot of the shipping tariffs in general, and I've just been trying to keep it level, so our profit margin is even less than it normally is.
On Friday, President Trump ended the de minimis tariff exemption, which let shipments worth less than $800 come into the U.S. tariff-free. But for now, the deal is off for the whole globe.
Yeah, the tariffs have been a nightmare. Specifically, I know currently after the most recent change, we've had a lot of shippers they're not shipping to us anymore from Japan. They're on hold indefinitely until the tariff situation gets figured out.
Drake, I'm a collector. Like, I'm seeing it too, and I'm like, no, why?
But local demand has some owners hopeful for this convention and grateful for a community that says it wants to support them.
And a lot of times it's like, again, the local artists and local shop owners, I would rather pay a little higher to help them out versus buying it online.
Devin Cart, KSAT 12 News.
Thanks, Devin. The online shoppers could also face higher costs and longer delivery times due to those tariffs impacting shipments coming into the U.S. for items like trendy sunscreens or serums from Korean beauty websites, matcha from online Japanese vendors, and even recently popular tinned fish from European sites. Tinned fish. Experts say you may see new fees at checkout and some packages also might be delayed. All right, looking ahead, Labor Day weekend, often a time for Texans to take to the water. But with this being the first holiday weekend since the July 4th floods, how confident can you be getting back on the Guadalupe River? Our Garrett Berger shares what we know about the water quality and debris all the way downstream to Canyon Lake.
Heading into Labor Day, Canyon Lake's water level is around the highest it's been in about 2 years. 5 of its boat ramps now open to the public. It's hard to forget how it happened.
Certainly, we've seen an increase in activity on the lake. The reason why it happened is a tragedy that no one ever wants to relive.
The deadly July 4th flooding on the Guadalupe River ravaged Kerr County 100 miles upstream before those same waters emptied into Canyon Lake. Nearly 2 months have passed now, so is the water safe? The Upper Guadalupe River Authority, which covers the hardest hit areas, says on its website that water quality in Kerr County tested within normal levels, but also warns of dangerous debris just below the surface. And the city of Kerrville is advising people not to swim or boat because of it. But Canyon Lake is a different story.
We have not seen any issues, nor have we received any alerts. To our knowledge, everything is good to go.
The Water-Oriented Recreation District of Comal County says testing results at the lake were also within normal limits for recreation. As for navigation hazards,
most of the debris that came in around July 5th, 6th, pretty much floated to specific designated areas and then is sunk.
There's the occasional log or branch or stick, but that's true in any water body.
Ryan Pert was out on the lake with his dad Wednesday, which he says they do every other week. And he's not worried about debris anymore.
How much of the lake would you say you've covered?
Probably a good 70% of it, 80% of it.
Okay, haven't run into any issues?
Nothing.
Well, let's not forget about regular water safety either. If you're gonna be out on a boat, life jackets for you and everyone else on board.
Because water's great, but it doesn't take a flood for it to be dangerous too. In Comal County, Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Garrett. Okay. Let's see here. All right, we're talking about holiday closures. Just a reminder, don't forget it's a federal holiday and some places will be closed. We're talking schools and, of course, banks. Courthouses and city offices are also closed, as well as CPS Energy offices and customer service centers. Those will be shut down as well. For more info on what's closed for Labor Day, just head to KSAT.com. 6:39 and 80 degrees. Still ahead, Taco Bell has announced a new menu that pays tribute to Y2K. What customers will be able to enjoy starting September 9th. UTSA has a new program for journalism students. Love this story. So we spoke to some students who tell us what exactly they're looking forward to this new semester.
And we are approaching a period of time where we're really going to have to watch out for the risk for flooding, mainly this afternoon and in the evening hours. But what about your Labor Day? Trending rain chances down. I'll have those details coming up.
From social media to AI, the field of journalism has changed dramatically over the last several years. Oh boy, do I know that. And now UTSA is launching a new bachelor's degree in journalism. This is super exciting for these students. So it's designed to prepare students for the ever-changing media field. Our Stephanie Serna explains how the instruction that goes along with this degree will go well beyond the traditional classroom experience.
Sal Macano is starting classes at UTSA this week, and she says she is excited for the new semester, but she's also looking forward to focusing on print reporting and learning about the technical side of journalism.
There's a new option to get your journalism degree here at UTSA. How exciting is that for you?
That's super exciting because UTSA was the perfect school for me to come to in terms of location. And when I heard about the new journalism program, it was the perfect opportunity.
Mary Dixon is a professor of instruction in the Department of Communications. She tells us being able to offer a bachelor's degree in journalism is something they have been working on for some time. And now that they have officially launched the program, many students are already signing up.
We are so excited to be able to offer a bachelor's degree in journalism. Our students have been asking for it when they come in and they say, I want to be a journalist, I want to work in TV, or I want to work in print.
The new program will have a focus on community journalism and on new media, which is changing the game on the way traditional journalism has been done.
The field has changed so much, especially in these past couple of years. How are you guys going to try to help students, with this ever-changing career?
I think one of the great things about starting at this point is we're starting right as you see things changing and shifting so much. You've got some really great opportunity with AI, but also we get the opportunity to talk to students about what some of the challenges are.
And it's opening a lot of doors for students who want to stay in San Antonio to help them continue their career path here while preparing them for change.
You're going to need to learn to adapt, and the world of media is ever-changing and always growing. It's not going away. I have accepted that I might need to change my approach.
Okay, the Powerball jackpot now up to $1.10 billion after no one won last night's drawing. The next Powerball is tomorrow. No one has won since May 31st, making it a stretch of 38 consecutive drawings without anyone matching all 6 numbers, Sarah. That's what I walked back there to get my ticket to check. I mean, maybe I won $10,000.
Did you?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to check during your weather.
Or you could pay attention to my weather.
I always double task.
Okay. But in all seriousness, we do need to pay attention to the weather today because there is a risk for flooding. I want to start, though, with a look at this amazing picture sent in through KSAT Connect. This is what yesterday's rain was like. Very isolated, even producing some gusty winds, some flashes of lightning. If you have pictures of the rain that fell yesterday, maybe you're waking up with rain in your rain gauge, send them in to KSAT Connect. I'd love to show them on television. And I just wanted to remind you that we do have KSAT Connect for you to send in your weather pictures for the rain later today. We really would love to see them. Here's a look at the forecast. For the first half of the day here, it's going to be quiet. We really only have a small chance for a passing shower for the first half of the day. We'll get up to 96 in the afternoon for the high, and then after 3 p.m., that's when flooding is really going to be possible around San Antonio. You can see we've got a 60% chance of coverage of rain throughout the afternoon and early evening hours, and again, that's when flooding is going to be possible. In fact, there's a flood watch in effect for all these counties in green here from noon today through noon tomorrow. So what could we see? Well, anywhere within this green area, flooding is possible because we'll see pockets of 1 to 3 inches of rain. There will be bullseyes of 4 inches of rain or even greater in some of this area here. And that would easily create not only some street flooding, but perhaps some rising of rivers and streams. Although I have to say, we do not anticipate river flooding on the magnitude that it was for July 4th. That's when we had 13 inches of rain. So again, 4+ in spots. So we're under a watch. A watch means that flooding is possible, right? It means we're watching out for flooding because the exact location is still to be determined. You should be prepared today. And the way that you can be prepared is having a way to get warnings from your phone, from a NOAA weather radio, and we will be live from the KSAT Weather Authority app as needed. So make sure you have that app. If you get a warning, flooding is happening, you should take action because flooding is known. The exact location is known. And that action is oftentimes staying off of the roads. Remember, turn around, don't drown. And in some cases, you might need to seek higher ground if a river or stream is flooding. So we will keep you posted. Here's the setup. We've got a stationary boundary across central Texas. You can see there's already some rain for the Waco area. By about 3 o'clock this afternoon, that's when we're going to start to see some development across the hill country. And these storms will slowly, very slowly push south into the San Antonio metro area through the later afternoon, early evening hours. This is a snapshot of what could be at 8:30 tonight. And then even by midnight, we could still see some lingering rain around San Antonio with heavier rain pushing south. We have reduced rain chances tomorrow for Labor Day to about 40%. You can see that rain is going to be much more spotty in nature tomorrow for the holiday. holiday itself. So how much rain could we see? This is important for you to look at. This is one forecast model that's showing just how streaky in nature the rain will be. There will be some folks who miss out entirely on the rain. No rain. Meanwhile, there will be some that see, in some cases, as I mentioned, a bullseye of 4+. Not necessarily over eastern Medina County, although that area needs rain. But this bullseye could be anywhere within this area. It could be all the way up across the hill country. It could be over downtown San Antonio, which would really cause some major flooding issues. So we really want to keep you posted. Again, I've reduced rain chances on Labor Day, but for the first half of the day, we still need to be on alert for lingering showers and storms, about 40%. Otherwise, a high of 90. Don't cancel your outdoor plans today or tomorrow, but just be on alert and have a backup in place just in case you do happen upon one of those showers and storms that produces some flooding issues. Otherwise, again, 90 tomorrow for the high. They will be warming up to 98 Thursday and Friday. Rain chances do return to the forecast by next weekend. So again, have that KSAT Weather Authority app handy. There's also KSAT Connect on the app. And so you can post pictures from the app right then and there if you see something.
Enjoying that 90-degree drop.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Sarah. 6:51, 80 degrees. After the break, a look at some of the recalls, including a food item that could be in your fridge right now. Let's take a look outside of the roads at TransGuide. You could see, there's an incident at Loop 410 and New Braunfels Avenue. It looks like they're just off to the lane there, but causing no backups. If we see any major backups or crashes across our viewing area, we will let you know. All right, a nationwide recall of healthcare products expanding. Dermarite Industries has added more products to its voluntary recall from July due to potential microbial contamination. The expanded list includes hand sanitizers, cleansers, skin protectants, and a deodorant. Contaminated products could cause serious or life-threatening infections for anyone with a weakened immune system. Taylor Fresh Foods is recalling one of its salad kits due to potential undeclared ingredients. The recall is just for the Taylor Farms Honey Balsamic Salad Kit. The company says the salad dressing in the kit is actually the Asian sesame ginger dressing and not the honey balsamic vinaigrette dressing. As a result, the dressing may include sesame and soy, which are two major allergens. 6:56, 80 degrees. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with final weather. A reminder, the second annual Texas Eats Food Festival is set for September 20th at the Boeing Techport Center. This is indoors, AC. It's going to be great. You can try food from 20 top restaurants from across Texas made by Michelin and James Beard award-winning chefs. If you want to buy those tickets, open up your phone, scan that QR code, and a portion of the proceeds will benefit the Community Foundation of the Texas Hill Country. Taco Bell has announced its new Decades Y2K menu. That's a blast from the past. Starting September 9th, customers will be able to enjoy the return of 5 classic menu items. They include the double-decker taco, the 7-layer burrito, chili cheese burrito, Cool Ranch Doritos Locos Tacos, and caramel apple empanada.
Oh yes, nothing screams good food like a 7-layer burrito. Yeah. All right, we have a flood watch in place. This is important from noon Sunday through noon tomorrow, where anywhere across the green area, 1 to 3 inches of rain is possible with pockets of 4. Today, that time frame is mainly after 3 p.m., so pay very close attention to the weather after that time, and know that tomorrow, our rain is really going to be limited to the morning hours, so do not cancel your Labor Day plans outdoors. Things will clear out, and we'll only see a high tomorrow of 90. We will keep you posted. I've got more information coming up at 8, and I'd love to show more of your KSAT Connect pictures too.
Yeah, post those pictures. They're cool. All right. Hey, thanks. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you at 8 a.m.